Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for combos.
Let's see how long the opponent lets us do cool things.
Triggers. What is happening? Commanders.
In my opinion, the most broken deck you're gonna see.
Monkeys. This is Historic Brawl. Hello and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB, and all I want is to be left alone in my ice castle to learn how to do my magic real good and sing some songs. That's all. That's all I want. And if you're like me, you should also enjoy Hylda of the Icy Crown. So, Hylda of the Icy Crown, 3/4 human warlock. When you tap an untapped creature an opponent controls, pay 1. When you do, you can make a 4/4 snowman. You can put a +1/+1 counter on each creature you control. Or you can scry 2 and draw a card. Tap stuff. We're all about tapping the opponent's creatures. Our opponent has a creature, we tap that. Our opponent has another creature, we tap that. Our opponent has no creatures, we cast Stroke of Midnight, we give them a 1/1, and we tap that. So it's a weird thematic commander, and you've seen me play it on the Worst Possible Commander show, you've seen me play it in Standard, and now we're building a Historic Brawl deck all around tapping the opponent's stuff. It's different. I didn't know there was an audience out there for people that just wanted to tap it. As a blue-white mage myself, I've spent my life just killing things. So let me just address the elephant in the room. CDB, why don't you just play something like the Fairy Hero of Dominaria in board wipes and kill all their things? No questions. No questions. Today, we are tapping their stuff, and that's going to be the way it is. Unfortunately, there's enough ways to tap our opponent's stuff to actually pay off Hylda. But one trap that the deck seems to have in building it is that there are a lot of ways to tap your opponent's things one time. What you want to build around are repeatable, reusable tap effects so that anytime you have your commander in one of these things, you can start using the abilities. You don't want to have to line up a Hith Lane Knots, for example, every single turn because you just run out of tap abilities. And the saddest thing that happens in the deck is having Hylda with no tap abilities. So while we still play this because it's scry 1 and draw a card that happens to tap something, the main goal of the deck is to have out cards like Icy Manipulator and have out cards like Teferi, who slows the sunset. These cards happen to tap things while also just sticking to the battlefield and waiting for the queen to arrive at her own party. And then she can partake in the making of snow creatures or scrying or things like that. There are a few really fun combos. If your opponent has a wide board, and don't worry, you'll see some of this in game. So if you have trouble following it, just dive into the gameplay. Don't worry too much about comprehending. Just know it's cool. Elvish Mariner, when it attacks, you scry, but whenever you scry, you tap X non-land permanents, where X is the number of cards looked at while scrying. So when you attack with Elvish Mariner and you scry and you tap a thing, it triggers Hylda, which lets you pay 1 to scry 2, then draw a card, which triggers the Mariners, which can tap another thing. So as long as you have the 1 mana to pay and the opponent has creatures, you can tap them all down and scry and draw that many cards, which is sick. And the Junk Winder does something very similar, where it taps a non-land creature. It doesn't untap during its next untap step whenever a token enters the battlefield. So if you have this on the board with Hylda, the opponent has like 4 creatures and you have 4 mana, you can tap their creature and then make a snowman. The token enters the battlefield, the Junk Winder triggers, tap their creature to pay 1, make the snowman to trigger the Junk Winder to tap their creature to pay 1 to make... You get the idea. Just do the thing. So I'm excited to play this in Historic Brawl. Hylda of the Icy Crown scratches an itch I didn't realize so many people had, which is tapping their opponent's stuff instead of killing it. So let's enjoy it. Let's celebrate scratching that itch. Let's sing some Disney. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin.
New discoveries await as we venture down into the lost caverns of Ixalan. All pre-orders come bundled with a brand new exclusive CovertGoBlue dinosaur token. Every single sealed product, commander deck, bundle, everything that's coming with the new set gets upgraded with a new CovertGoBlue token for free. Get your pre-orders in and see what awaits at the center of Ixalan. CoolStuffInc.com. Cool stuff in stock.
Gyox. Brutal whatever. Alchemy nonsense. I've never seen this card do something cool. But if I keep a hand this bad, I probably will. So let's mulligan. I feel like I have a lot of the same cards. But I've got some more playable stuff. I guess. Got to be able to cast our 4-mana commander. Cursebound Witch. 1/2 that dies and gets witch stuff. Probably reprieve something. A little ramp card. Probably. If not, that's fine too. Run out Narset? Nah. Get the array down. Hold the Narset. No. Elvish Mariner. So we should try to set up so that when we play Hylda, we can tap something right away. Because it's green-black. Green-black kills stuff. It's just what they're good at. Let's get the Mariner down. This would be really good to play next turn with the Hylda if they don't do something about it. Okay. That's great. Hylda solves that, right? That's how that works. When you scry, tap up to X target non-land permanents. Here she is. I don't imagine she'll actually live. Rhystic Study. I would love to play it, but we have a Shieldred problem, and that's really the only acceptable thing to scry towards at this point in the game. How about a Fofo? Gotta have a board. All right, opponent. I'm not messing with you this time. I'm tapped out. Let's see what you can do. Scrappy. Yep. Of course, she was always going to die. That's how Historic Brawl works. You kill commanders. Everybody kills commanders. Even when they're not the part of the strategy that's hurting you, people kill the commanders. So we could play it again, but we can't activate it right away, and that's important. So let's Narset. See what we can find.
My prowess is unhone your prowess.
Stroke of Midnight. I can solve our Shieldred problem. Then the opponent has a lot of mana, but I think that's fine. Guard the Narset. As much as I like scrying with the Mariner, guard the Narset. It's another card. We need them. Junji can get back Shieldred. Unwilling Ingredient. Yeah, Junji, though, we can tap. That's a big deal. This is where the tapping thing isn't something a lot of decks prepare for, and death triggers in particular are, we don't mind. We could play Hylda, we could tap something, but then this flies next turn. This taps it, but then doesn't let it untap, which can be a pretty good play. I think what I really want, this and the knots, to get the card draw and have the Icy online. Morbid, huh? All right. Well, if they have a sack effect, we don't want to target the Junji because that's what they want to sacrifice. And then I also think they want to attack with the Ingredient because of Menace and the 1/1 to get the Narset off the field, and we don't want to have to kill the Ingredient. I'll take it to Fairy. And I guess this also wants to attack and possibly draw a card, so let's tap it down. And ta-da! Threat neutralized. I'm great. Here comes their commander. who says something about end step, oil counter, and whenever a non-token creature you control with one or more oil counters dies, conjure X duplicates into exile, where X is the number of oil counters. Those duplicates perpetually get +X/+X, shuffle them into the library. So that you don't even draw them right away. It's just this weird card. That's how I would describe it to all of you. Weird. Hylda. Let it go. Demonetized. Opponent's thinking. What you thinking about? Hello? My magical powers. My ice castle. Let me tap your stuff. Don't you want to get tapped by the one? Best of one? After a great deal of contemplation. Ooh, I like it. All right, tap. If they want to give up their opportunist on a block here, I welcome it. Here's my 4/4. We definitely need a board against this board. Meow. I guess it has oil counters on it. You got tricks? Have you got tricks? No tricks. Okay, so draw with opportunist. Conjure into the deck. Guys, they could draw another one. Uh-huh. Can't save it. Proliferate, I guess. Let her go, let her go. All my commanders do are die, but Narset shutting down that Morbid Opportunist feels good. Freeze. Don't you move. Yep. This is you killing. Yeah, menace is a problem. All right. Poor Narset. Spawning pod? Sacrifice a creature. Seems good. What a draw. What a hand our opponent has produced. That must feel good. Go away. I just want to draw some cards without it hurting. Thank you. I think this is the one I need to get on the battlefield. So do we try to attack them? Don't think that will work. Well, I guess if they trade, that's fine too. Yeah. We can't race them because of their Shieldred, so we have to guard Teferi. Might as well guard Teferi. Sure. Tap down the menace creatures. See what they do. Giving up the Morbid Opportunist, huh?
Time for plan B.
Anything but the commander, I guess. Man, that spawning pod. What a card. It does activate as a sorcery, so I could tap it down with Icy. And maybe that's what I was supposed to be doing. Maybe that's what I'll do next turn. Gotta get more mana on the board. Gotta have snow mana for that. All right. Lock this down. Tap this down. Tap this down. Tap this down. Can't attack. Close, but no. Activate as a sorcery. Ha! Got him. Kinda, sorta. There's that card. What will I do? Hold on for dear life. Village Rites is pretty good. This is where my Narset would have been handy. Counter on Shieldred, because that card's a good card to have again. Giver of Runes, not good. Plus here.
I've got time.
Mana open, 1/2. We've got to try. Who gets tapped? Shieldred gets tapped. +1/+1s. More 4/4s. The drawing isn't great, is it? Block here, block here. We want to survive a removal spell. But they also have the Hive. Do we have to tap the pod? I mean, them sacrificing this, casting it from Adventure is a good dirtle. But it's not the end of the world, right? Give up the Shieldred. They must have a way to get that back. Wow! Did they design it this way, or are they just that good at Magic? Let's see. Backup. Wait, it has to hit, though, right? Ah, whenever it deals damage. Never mind. Never mind. This is okay. We do have to tap it down, though. Death Touch and Trample is a combo. Hippie tap. Tapper tap 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 tap. Come on! Alright. Teferi it is. Suddenly them having the same mana cost isn't so bad. Buffed Teferi, not nerfed Teferi. The hell does this do? When it dies, conjure a card named this into your graveyard, double its power and toughness, and that card, and then shuffle them into library. Sure. Let's go. Alright, they don't have Shieldred down. It is a really good time to use the crown. +1/+1. Actually, I don't know if it matters. Did we just untap with our commander? Did you let me untap with my commander? I think that means I just win in the great game that is Historic Brawl. Dun da da da. I'm doing this because I can. You can say what you want. I just want to feel alive. Aw, sports. What a good sport. Easy. 30-something life. Lulz. No problem. Who dares come knock at my icy palace door? Who wants to fight me? I just want to be left alone to perfect my ice sculptures. Atraxa. Dude, she always trying to come over and play in my castle. This hand, I guess, does the things. I don't know. It doesn't ramp. It's on the draw and it doesn't ramp. Does that make it bad? Atraxa is very much like Planeswalkers. This hand does nothing about that. Still, it's got the One Ring. It's got a command tower for good mana. It's got tap effects that are not free, but cheap. That's okay, opponent. You can go to 3. This is fine. Solid victory over Atraxa. Didn't know I was playing S-tier commander over here. Vadrok. It's a combo deck, right? Can go off. Its hand is on the draw, so it's slow, and it doesn't have mana. Hand has mana, it's on the draw, ramps. You can keep it. Do you need to draw land? Will we have land? We will have land, which means we can name white on our Cold Steel Heart. Planeswalker makes 1/1s. Makes Teferi an interesting choice, because we could play Teferi and plus it. And then they're locked out of messing with us. I think that what's going to eventually happen is Sunfall. We really do need land to make it happen. We could also play our commander, but the opponent will probably just kill it. Let's lock them out of countering us and see where things go. Synthesizer, it's land. I'm sure they love that. The value. Oh my god. The value. So Junkwinder, you don't see it every day. Affinity for tokens, 5/6. Whenever a token enters the battlefield under my control, tap a non-land permanent. It does untap during the next untap step. Kind of goes off with Hylda if you have the mana to use it. Wow. Lightning Bolt Teferi, huh? Cyclonic Rift. Well, that Esper Sentinel's super fortunate. The Sunfall we can't cast. Kind of everything bad here, to be honest. I think we just try. So if they mutate the Vadrok, they recast the Lightning Bolt. It has to be a non-human, so it has to be one of these. You could try Cyclonic Rift on the thing, and then Vadrok enters as a 3/3. Then all we have to do is draw land and we Sunfall and fix our problems. Casting Hylda seems horrible. Casting the Idol to ensure we Sunfall next turn seems okay, but we for sure lose Teferi. Yeah, I think we're going to lose Teferi anyway, so let's just get Sunfall next turn. Or be the Sunfaller next turn. If they have interaction for it, whatever. We weren't going to win at Magic anyway.
I like to think fast.
2 Esper Sentinels. Yeah, that works too.
That didn't go according to plan.
I guess they don't want to risk a wash away for their commander. No, they're just going to sit on counter Magic. What do I do about that? Nothing? Play Hylda? Let it get countered? It's not like our hand cares. We need them to, I guess, expose to the board more. They almost certainly have a counterspell here, so let's go for that commander card advantage. Everybody counters the commander, even when it's not good. Yeah, they're flooding out a little. They haven't drawn extra cards. If they pass without commandering here, though, it's really bad. Probably means they have another counterspell. Let's see if we can play our Gilded Lotus. They're a little ahead, but they're not a lot ahead. Okay, that resolved. I guess I'll go for this pillar. Now we have a potential sequence of Rift into Sunfall. Sure, they killed the Lotus. Well, we did good to get something out of it. And we're close to a Rift. They hit land. Yeah, they're kind of flooding out here. That's what we need. But if one of these 2 cards is a counterspell, this is pretty bad for us. Let's go for the Sunfall. Their hand lit up right away. I think they've got it. Yeah, just perfect magic. They haven't missed a beat. But maybe Cyclonic Rift next turn? That's really good. And kind of screwed up. Oh, they're not going to draw. They're not going to kill me either. Spell Pierce. Yeah, I guess don't let them untap.
What an interesting creature. Let's see how you work.
My Esper Sentinel. See if we can resolve this. Or if they have another counterspell. Not yet. Play an Esper Sentinel or have up the pillar. If they play the dragon and copy it, they're probably also going to Vadrok and bolt my Gadwick, which I don't think I can do anything about, so I have to be able to tap it. I don't think we have a chance. I think this whole game was like in their pocket when we missed a land drop and went second. And just never even threaten this Saheeli. Very embarrassing on that front. Nothing. They have 4 mana open. You think they have another counterspell? I think they do. Yeah, well, Commander, do you ever get to play? Yes. I mean, does attacking this do anything? Eventually they're going to overpower me. I have to try.
Do not mistake grace for weakness.
If they're sacking a land to draw, that's good for us. I don't know why they held up mana that whole time. Maybe they only play their commander to win the game. Maybe it's a red herring. Maybe they don't even play their commander. Like, it's not like I'm seeing synergy around that card at all. Thinking about moving to combat. They discarded the dragon. What is Reprieve actually going to hit? Probably nothing. We've got to have a board. We have to try. So they can attack all here and then Vadrok the lightning bolt, right? But they don't. I think they missed lethal. swords off the top is nice. Kill this? Try to. Okay.
I need to
Are we doing something? Is the magic happening? Would you like to pay? They would. Makes sense. When it enters the battlefield, create a 1/1 Thopter with flying. Okay. Every card is amazing. Vadrok. Well, looks like a good spot for this. Port Town. Far from ideal. I mean, do I have to... I have to get rid of this reflection. Or do I let them try to use it on something? Oh, they're getting impatient? Poor baby. Gotta let it go. I gotta wait for the Vadrok. Yeah, what a perfect game they've had. It's been nasty. They did miss lethal. We weren't supposed to be here. Let's see if they're smart enough to bolt the face this time. Yeah, they found it. That was lame. That was lame to lose that way. But whatever. I just want to go first. I just want my commander not to die. Big requests coming through. Niv Mizzet. Yeah, 5-color, just good stuff control. No chance in hell, right? We do go first. We don't have ramp, but if I scry into a land, we have wheel. I'll try it. We have a few ways to draw a card or two if the opponent dares play a creature. That's a land. We'll keep it. Tapped land from you. Tap up to 1? Okay, we can just use it as a cantrip. Make sure our deck is on the move. Compass. Ah ha 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 ha. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Take that, lightning bolt sleeves. You garbage. You're garbage. And I don't respect ya. Spinning wheel. Lantern? How are you going to activate your compass doing that? Wait, what? It... Thanks, deck. Didn't leave up a mana for my pillar to tap one of their artifacts. Now we're going to lose. Now we're going to lose. I guess they could have done that anyway. My deck be stupid. Yeah. This is probably good against a deck that's mostly spells.
Thank you. No, I am not making this up as I go.
And again, I gotta watch it. I gotta keep my eye on you. Auto Tapper is out to get me on this pillar thing. Stone Rain me. Stone Rain me. I'll show you. Well, actually, I won't show you much of anything. So I could play my commander here and then do nothing with it. Or I can hold up some of my beautiful counter spells. This is what I meant to do a few times. Eureka moment. Nah. We got a hater? Trophy my Teferi. Sure, that's cool. Now I can hold up another counter spell for that. Have a nice upkeep. The crown. They don't have a creature, right? I have to tap a creature. So what do I do? I play Hylda here. She just dies. I tap nothing. Nothing happens. So I guess I just develop more? Seems so lame. Come on, I want to tie something in knots. Some of these matchups are such jokes. Oh, that's a good draw. Are they going to counter it? They probably are. Well, then I'll just know I can leave. I just want this game to be over one way or the other. Sure. Do I get my 3 cards then? Wow, lands that don't cast the Spell Pierce. Nice. I can take out the compass flip though. Well, obviously they're blowing up an artifact. They are having a freaking meltdown over which one. Oh, Windfall. They discard Creeping Mold. They couldn't decide and they gave up. So it's Land Destruction, Retrace, Niv Mizzet? Or Jumpstart Niv Mizzet, yeah, okay. Still no creature. Drilling. I guess we keep developing. Sure. Have fun with that. Another land I can blow up. Farewell, Exiled. Because why not? Commander cast. Let's put up a fight. I'm sure they have something for it. Not yet. I know, I want them to have a creature, just not that one. It's a really good one. We'll get Hylda down. She'll probably just die. But at least she's down if the opponent taps a lot of mana to cast their commander. Their own demolition field. The Celestis. Oh my god, do something interesting. Please. Entertain me. They are going to demolish something. Okay, well, whatever. What else you got? I know it's pretty obvious on the board. They have a creature. We're gonna tap that thing. Acidic slime. Hey! Yeah, that works. What you want to go after? Huh? They've only read them 5 times. I know it's a tough choice. The Crown. Crown draws cards. Okay. Okay then. Well, let's get what we can while we can before it's gone. I guess I'll go for cards. Kiora Best the Sea God. Land tax. Yeah, land tax works. Whew. Okay. And another card. I don't think making a bunch of 4/4s is the way right this minute, but we might get to that later. Okay. Where's your spires? Let's tap your spires. There's my island. Rawr. It's definitely a greedy little land destruction deck. These do not look good in this scenario. Power. We must have the power. Big expensive relic. You got it. That is a value play, but we're going to lock it all down next turn, potentially. Unless they figure out a way to blow up Your Best the Sea God. It did just play an acidic slime. That is a huge Sphinx's revelation. Would you like to concede? We go first. Land tax going first. Sus, but I'll keep. At least I know I won't stall out for long. Plus, Galadriel of Lothlorien is usually a pretty intense ramp deck. And this is the first time we've had Verity Circle here on the channel. Stroke of Midnight off the top, right into the Mind Stone. Sylvan Anthem is not a ramp card, so the land tax doesn't trigger, but I'm just gonna slam Commander. See what the opponent does. People get scared. It's not like I can take advantage of her right now very well, but people get scared. Opponent slams Commander. It's a bigger commander because of the Sylvan Anthem, which is going to get scries right away. Could bounce it. And then when they play their next land tax triggers, could also stroke a Midnight. That's pretty darn good. Actually, I got a trick. You want to block? You ain't got the guts. All right. You get a 1/1 that I can tap later. It's going to be awesome. Holding up Resculpt. The Provision. The Scry. Let's Resculpt it now. Before they get to make their land drop. Care to punch me? Great. The stream. Is this where we hold? Probably. Oh no, we can just drop both. We're not holding. Drop our toys and see if the opponent can deal with it on their turn, or if they replay their commander or the Zendikar's Royal. The Mariner setup with Hylda is really good. If we get to pull this off, it's gonna go nuts. And there's Simic. Simic doesn't always have a lot they can do about the opponent's stuff. And Hilda's been on the board for 2 turns. Ah! Alright, that's pretty good.
We can figure a way out of
That is pretty good. Jace can bounce the Mariner back to stall, and then the opponent will probably defend. Doesn't this do something? Tap target creature without flying. For 5 with 1 mana up? Okay. Well, 2 options. We can do that, or we can replay Mariner and Rhystic Study. Jace bounces Mariner again. Or, yeah, if we tap this, draw a card. No, tap this, make a 4/4. They block with the human. Then we have a 4/4 to attack next turn. That's still not great. I think this is the way, and I hate it. But we keep threatening. The opponent can't minus that Jace forever. The Mariner Hylda combo can do a lot. Pay the 1? Yes, they do. And now they're ahead on land, so land tax is gonna kick in. They keep on top, so it must be a land. Uh-huh. You can't do that forever, though. Also, we could draw something good here. Time of Ice. Pretty strong. Let's make board. Now we're going. But that's about all we can do for now. Pay the 1? Yes, they do. It's starting to get ugly out here. It's starting to get really ugly. Still, the return all tapped creatures to owner's hand with Time of Ice could be intense. Wash away on top. I mean, maybe they want that? They kept it, right? Yeah, they're shuffling it away. We know it's not in their hand. What a combo this is. What a combo this is. How many lands can they hit? Scrying through their deck with Zendikar's Royal. We need something like a River's Rebuke. Okay, they miss. We got an Augur of Autumn there. Would you chill? I will draw the card, thank you. Ooh, yeah. Haha. Got him. Never didn't have it. I know. Thanks. But they get to scry again. It's not over yet. What a turn. What a setup. All right, Elrond on top. That can be aggressive. Let's go get some lands. We're probably going to be fetching lands the rest of this game. Counterspell. That could be important. I mean, it's tempting to tap Galadriel, but that's what they don't want to block with. Also, bouncing it. Not the greatest. So, more 4/4s? Do we have to do that? I don't think we have to yet. I think we try to find an answer. Oh, wow. I was going to draw so much land from my land-thinned deck. Jesus! Oh my gird! Take 3 lands out of deck. 4 lands get on top to take its place. Magic is great. Gotta protect this. This is what we needs. Okay, they don't have a counterspell. Okay, they're plus in the Jace, which means the Mariner sticks for now. Let's see what they can do. Grotto also scries, by the way. Please stop. Please stop. Come on, that's a scry to the bottom. No! 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 Enough! There's still a scry on the stack from the grotto like a billion land drops ago. Come on! It's gotta stop somewhere. They've scryed to the bottom 3 times and hit off each one. Guys, I need a break. It's gotta stop somewhere. I mean, you know how deck thinning is. It puts a land on top of your deck. That's why this deck is cheating. Yes! Maybe. If they make another creature, it kind of goes again. Oh, they have a land. Okay, I see. Yep, I see. Okay. Huh? Yeah. No more creatures. A 1 ring. That's fair and balanced card. So happy they had that. That's great. Love that for them. Wah! I also have lands. Port Town. That's what we draw after that. Port Town. Just saying. Just saying. I'll reveal that beautiful draw to my opponent. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. I mean, it goes off a bit, but it doesn't even get the job done. And we have to find an out. We have to sweep the board. We need to River's Rebuke, Farewell, something like that. So basically, we need to ponder our way through our deck with Hylda. Also Verity Circle, but we need to have like 6 mana up, 7 if we want the Cyclonic Rift. So I guess it starts with an attack. Scry. How far do you think we'll have to go? Soul Partition. What will that do? Beautiful. What do I need? 6 mana? So I can pay one more? They're still going to have blockers, so it doesn't matter, right? But I will draw an extra card. I'm going to have to exile creatures, artifacts, enchantments, like the whole shebang. They're going to be left with a Jace and a billion manas. Might as well. Might as well. They'll at least keep us from drawing more land a little bit. And we are well reloaded for when the time comes. But as you can see, we could have gone through, like, drawn a ton of cards. We just would have been tapped out and died. Ta-da! Choose cards to keep. How about this Narset? That seems like a good non-land card to keep. We're not gonna get any more land tax triggers. It's possible we should keep the lands going forward. Let's take the Iron Crag. Oddly, we don't have many things that tap things at all. And let's keep a Plains. So the big loss is there. The Guardian Idol. The Guardian Idol.
Think fast.
Yeah, Narset should be really helpful. Gotta decide whether or not we want to use, like, witness protection here. First things first. No counter spells.
If you wish to surrender now, keep an open mind.
Whiff. What's cooler than being cool? Ice cold. Do I witness protect here? I think I do. Seems like a good play. They might have to Jace bounce their legitimate business person. That would be fine with me. Multiple choice. 4/4. If you do, return creature they control their owner's hand. Okay. It's kind of perfect for me. Because they're not going to draw because of Narset. They're just going to make a 4/4 that dies to Sunfall. I see. They're getting the commander back now. Hey? Let's make them play it again. Or try to. Knots. Burrow. Okay. Narset just eating them alive right now. I hope they bring Narset... I hope they bring Uro out of the graveyard for the Sunfall. So that's what we're going to try to set them up for. Rivendell, a land that scries. Okay. Gadriel again. Guess we have to save the memory lapse. Yeah, there's only 3 cards in graveyard. I kind of forgot I hit those with Farewell. But my god, is Narset doing work. Dream Shackle Geist is a good one. We don't have to Sunfall this board. We could hold it back. Let's see what we hit with Narset. Maybe not nothing this time. Pillar and Destroy Evil. Getting the pillar going should be very good for us. All right. Sunfall. Now we have something that can kind of attack the Jace. Narset is not pressured. Have to be careful with the darn pillar. It's a good little battle. I'm enjoying it quite a bit. Would you like to pay the 1? Not this time? Do we let that go? Yeah. I might get some land out of it, but that's not the end of the world. They kept on top. Good time to soul partition this Jace. I think Narset's gonna get ambushed sometime soon, and I definitely don't want my stuff bounced. Not unless the opponent's paying a lot to do it. Hylda, it's time for your return. Could make this into a weapon. Do I have enough mana? I mean, this deck needs a lot of mana, but I think it's time. I think it's time for a weapon. Fading Hope. I don't like that. But memory lapse doesn't really solve much. I can tap this. Save the knots for the next turn. Okay. Their land machine is online, but remember, they kept on top, and it's not a land. The Enigma Sage. What are they going to do? Make a fractal? This thing plussing is scary, but we now have a weapon and a creature in the form of an incubator. They might not be able to defend it as well as they think they can.
The knowledge I teach is a key.
Yeah, they're going to scry. Is it a land? I mean, at some point you have all your land, right? It's an oracle. They're still under Narset. Oh, watch out. Pillar. All right. Their deck is stacked. Noted. Four cards in graveyard. End step. Activate. Kill it. Nice.
I don't like
5 other cards. They're very close. They're very, very close. So I've got the pillar. I can tap the Galadriel. Would I rather try to do it with the knots? Because if I fail, that's really bad. But if I fail, I still have the pillar. All right, we'll pass. I was figuring out whether or not I can play the heart. I think it's better to wait. Yep, they're going to keep the Jace. To bounce the Hylda, I'm guessing. He's still not super effective until the Narset is gone. All right.
I know who I am.
Does this resolve? Draw. Tap. Pay. Are we pondering? Pondering. Still got to win this game. Those are some powerful cards. Rebuke is not great against all that land, but it might be what we need to break through at some point and win. And the One Ring is the One Ring. And there's the card they've been hanging on to. It's the Rebuke. Oh, now they can bring out Uro. Oh, ooh, of course they had to have it. They had to have it, and they did. Ouch. Ouch, ouch, ouch. What am I gonna do? I mean, I've got ways. We gotta get Narset back on the field. You rebuke him? I think we can do that. The reloaded Narset is nice. Your turn. To shove it back in your hand. All right, this to this, right? Into the Narset.
Those who cannot perceive, meditate and
The
prepare.
crown? Sanctuary is not bad either. We've got the pillar already. All right. We gotta at some point put up some damage. Anchor is mighty good. I haven't found a solution to that yet. Basically letting their scries become draws and their draws, well, be scries. Hopefully Narset will come up with something. We already used the farewell. Yep, Jace returns. Plus for nah.
Love a good puzzle.
Although, does that work with the anchor? I think it does. So they get first move.
I think I know what to do.
During your turn, you may play cards exiled with the anchor. Gotta kill that anchor.
Hone your prowess.
Okay, or steal it. Very expensive, very risky. Let's go. How do I defend the rest of the way? The One Ring can give us protection from everything, but it can't protect Narset. So I think we should stun something, which I think means play Signet, Solitary Sanctuary. Tapping down Galadriel. 9/9 hexproof. They don't have any creature lands. It's kind of a big deal. The value that's going to come out of this anchor is going to be devastating. We still have a Cyclonic Rift somewhere in our deck to try to recover from it. That might be what it takes. Of course, Narset is still keeping a lot of this in check. Oh yeah, Kiora's going to tap it all down as well, so I get another turn as well. Then I have to defend Narset. If I can.
I know who I am.
Play it all. What an engine. But we're right here. They get an extra land drop, I guess. They're trying to keep things from being under the anchor, and they're trying to fill their graveyard for Uro. Counterspell, huh? During your turn? Yep. During your turn. -8. First spell gets countered. That's nice. That's some power. So they don't untap, which means Narset is not under pressure. That's nice. Opponent says good game and scoops. Interesting. So they were about to lose their Jace. If I left Jace on the board, it could bounce the Hylda, but I could also attack the opponent for a lot of damage, like by transforming this, attack them for 15. Then they have to get a creature on the board, and when they do, I tap it and I attack for 15 more. Their best chance is maybe getting Uro back for 3 life. But I can probably make enough 4/4s and definitely make it big enough with the Sanctuary. So yeah, I think that's the way. Don't kill the Jace. Just use the giant hexproof thing to beat them to death. Hey guys, it's that time again. Covert Go Travel. This trip is a little different. It's not a Magic Con and it's not Command Fest. It's actually a 2-part trip. First, I'm going to BlizzCon. I'm going to BlizzCon to hang out with Rarin and learn more about Hearthstone. They're interested. Is this going to be a Covert Go Hearthstone channel? Probably not, but let me know in the description if that's something you're interested in. I'm sure Blizzard is interested in it. After BlizzCon, and maybe if you see me there, you're welcome to say hi. It's not a public appearance. I'm attending as a just guest. I don't have any agenda though. But hey, if you happen to see me, say hello. There's nothing wrong with saying hi. After that, I'm flying out to Canada, the Great North, where I'm filming with Elder Dragon Hijinks, some Commander games for a few days. So that's early next week. And then I'll be back. I'll be flying back on the day of early access. So I will be landing at about 5:30 in the afternoon of early access day, coming straight home and firing up the computer and recording some early access Lost Caverns of Ixalan content, which will be on the official Magic the Gathering Arena YouTube channel, probably on Monday. At least that's the plan, if everything goes according to plan. So on Tuesday, that is the Ixalan release. That is the 14th of November on Arena, and I will probably do a release stream. The last one went really well, and we will dive in and check out these sweet Ixalan cards together, and then we'll have a brand new standard. However, because I had to record about 10 videos in the span of 3 days, and because honestly standard didn't inspire me much right now, I feel like I've been there, done that with everything that's currently in standard, and bashing my head on a mono red just didn't sound fun. I made a bunch of historic Brawl videos. So from now, the day that I'm filming this, Halloween, the 31st, until the 14th of November, which is when Ixalan is released, it's a Historic Brawl channel. We're going Historic Brawl. I had a whole bunch of videos I was happy to make, commanders I was happy to update or play for the first time. And if you love Historic Brawl, I think you're going to love those videos. If you don't, you're let's be honest, you're not still here. I don't have to worry about the haters. It's just cool kids here right now, guys. Isn't that nice? Just cool kids. So if you enjoy the Historic Brawl content, make sure that you tell your friends about them. Hit the share button if you have somebody to send it to. And always hit like, subscribe, and leave a comment that you love Historic Brawl. That helps encourage me to continue making the videos. I'm very excited to see how like a week plus of Historic Brawl video does, while standard is, well, let's be real, standard is definitely chilling right now. We've been there, seen there, done that on standard, and hopefully Ixalan will shake it up a bit. I think that what the format needs is some dinos. All right, that is going to be the outro. You'll probably hear it a few times. That's because I'm traveling. But always, no matter what, thank you for watching this video. As always, I will see you in the next video. You're cool.
Incoming transmission.
Cool kids, come in, cool kids. You're cool so you can hear this. We don't have much time. Join me at CovertGoBlue HQ. Follow the coordinates on your screen to CovertGoBlue HQ. CovertGoBlue HQ is your ultimate destination for everything CGB. Get your playmats. Get your shark tokens. And get the first look at all new merchandise that CGB releases. There's even more that's on the way. Gear up with the only merch that's 100% certified by the one in Best of One at the coolest place for the cool kids, CoolStuffInc.com. Head to CoolStuffInc.com/CGB. I'll see you at CovertGoBlue HQ. That's CovertGoBlue HQ.